Welcome to the channel, everyone. We've started this channel to bring you some simple, quick, easy, within budget vegetarian meals. We're going to be making these using the induction hob, air fryer, slow cooker, pressure cookers, all the cheaper ways of and energy saving ways of making food. We hope you enjoy. So I just want to make it clear from the word go as well that I do also eat meat. I do enjoy cooking vegetarian food, but looking for recipes online, on YouTube, there isn't really a lot about that's quick and simple. So I thought I would start this channel to bring you some of those recipes, and I hope it helps. So today we're going to be making vegetarian pasties. We're going to be using a combination of the induction hob and the air fryer to cook these. Let's go have a look what we need to get. So for this recipe we need 2 sheets of puff pastry cut into 8 rectangles, 1 egg beaten up as egg wash, a 3/4 cup of passata, 1/4 of a small leek diced, 1/2 cup of frozen mixed veg, or you can use fresh, it's your choice, 250 grams of any vegetarian mince, we've got the meatless farm one today, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, 2 teaspoons of diced garlic, 1 teaspoon of ginger diced, 1 vegetable stock cube, some spray olive oil and salt and pepper to taste, and 1 tablespoon of soya sauce, 1/3 cup of water. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, using our olive oil spray, I'm just going to spray some of the olive oil into the bottom of the pan and pop our induction hob on to temperature setting 7, just to start with. Then we're going to add our vegetarian mince into the pan. If you don't have an induction hob, that's fine. You're just on a nice medium heat. We're just gonna let this mince cook through. Now remember, there are many different types of vegetarian mince that you can use. We've chosen the meatless farm mince purely because it was on offer. They do say with this particular mince to drop it into the pan with your oil and leave it for a couple of minutes without sort of stirring it or touching it or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do here. Obviously, if you were using sort of a frozen mince, you'd spray your oil in the pan, just drop your frozen mince into the bottom of your pan and keep giving it a good stir. So we've left it just for a couple of minutes. You can see that it's starting to cook, it's starting to brown. And I do sometimes find with vegetarian mince it can be a little bit sticky on the bottom, but just keep giving it a stir. Now you can see how it's all breaking up and getting nice and brown. So I'm going to get this browned off now and then I'll come back to you. So the next step is to just turn your heat down a bit. Just turn it down to a lower heat. We're going to put it on number 4 on the induction hob. And then we're going to add in our passata. And just give that a nice stir round. Okay. Then we're going to add in our garlic and our ginger. Just let those brown off a little bit. And while that's browning, we're also going to just crumb over our vegetable stock cube. I'm going to mix all that in together. And now we're going to add our water. And we're going to give that another good stir round. And we're going to add in our leek and our fresh frozen veg, whatever it is you've chosen, that's fine. We're also now adding in our oregano, paprika and ground cumin. And we're going to give all this a nice stir up together. And look how nice all these colours look. Then we're going to add in our tablespoon of soy sauce. Give that another stir round. We're going to leave this on a low heat for 5 minutes, giving it the odd stir, and when this is done I'll come back to you. So now that's been 5 minutes and it absolutely smells divine. You can smell all the herbs and the passata. It smells absolutely beautiful. Now at this point I would recommend getting a teaspoon, tasting a little bit. So that's lovely, really, really nice, and the flavours are beautiful, they're all there. I think for me personally, I don't want to add any more salt, but maybe just a bit of pepper. I like pepper, we like pepper in this house, so just like I say, add it to taste for yourself, for your own taste buds. I'm adding a good generous serving of pepper and giving that a good stir round. Now let's just see what that's like. Just taste that now with so much better, and for me really doesn't need any salt. So now we can turn this off and go to the next step. So now for the next step, we are going to take one of our squares. Now I've put some parchment sheet down on my chopping board just so that the pastry doesn't stick, but you can use flour if that's what you prefer to do. I just prefer to pop a piece of parchment paper down. Then we're going to take tablespoon amounts and pop it on 1/2, and grab our egg wash, and we're going to egg wash all round the outside. Then we're going to take the edge we haven't got any in, fold it over and just press it down around our filling. Then with a fork we're just going to go round and crimp the edges. Okay. Now you must remember with this recipe to always pop a prick in the top of your pasty, of your pastry, to let the heat out so that the edges of the pasty don't explode open. And I'm going to egg wash the whole top. So move that to one side and we'll do another one. So I'll show you one more. So a tablespoon, clean fingers, of your filling. Okay. Egg wash around the whole edge of your pastry. of the egg wash all around there. Then we're going to fold our pastry over. Gently just squeeze down the edges around our filling. Now, as you can see, I've only put a tablespoon in there, but they are quite full. I'm going to crimp all round the edge. Just need to turn this one to get to the other edge. Okay. There we go. Prick in the top and an egg wash all over the top. If you haven't got egg, you can always use milk to wash with, just something to brown it off while it's cooking. Okay, let's get a couple of these in the air fryer. So we're using the Cosori 5.5, my beautiful red machine. And we also like to pop these parchment liners in the bottom. They're just ideal for helping to keep it clean and stop things sticking. We will leave a link for these in the description below if you fancy giving them a go. And now we're going to pop our pasties just in there like that. And we're going to cook these at 195 for 15 minutes. Off we go. So I'll continue making up the rest of these, and then when she beeps, I'll come back to you. So we're into our last minute now. Just something to mention, I did turn them over halfway through just to make sure the bottom was nice and browned and crispy as well. And also another thing to mention, if you haven't got an air fryer, you can put them in the oven as normal. That's not a problem. I would put them on 200 for 20 minutes in the oven. And obviously, and then check them. Oh, she's done. She's beeping at me. These are always a handy thing to have. I've got the Butler's Empire one. I do actually make these as well. Just an air fryer conversion chart helps you, especially if you're new to air frying, you know, convert an oven time to air fryer time. Very useful to have and wipe clean. I'll leave a link down below for those if you're interested. You pop over and have a look. Now let's have a look what these look like. Oh, look at those. That looks yummy. Tasty. So, let's get one of these out. Pastry's lovely and flaky. As you can see, the pastry's cooked all the way around. That filling looks beautiful. Let's give it a test, see what it tastes like. Pastry's lovely and crispy as well. Very hot, aren't they? Oh, the smell, you can smell the paprika especially coming through there, so let's give it a test. Very hot. They're lovely. So for the final taste test of these, I thought I would bring in the kids and see what they think. Come on. So, pick a piece up each. Got it? Turn and face everybody. Come over here, Evie. Have a bite. Oh, they're crispy. What's that mean? Ooh, you sound surprised.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah? Like them? So, would you give it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Harry?
8.
8?
8.9.
You're rude. So that brings us to the end of this video for the vegetable pasties. I hope you find it useful, and look out for some more vegetarian recipes coming your way. So bye.
Bye.
Bye. And don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
Thank you very much. We'll see you again soon. Bye.